Shalom, counties. That's my new nickname for people who count the Omer. I don't know if it's a good one. You can upvote that and let me know. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier, counting the Omer with you here at Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. And we have arrived at day number 42 of the Omer. That means we've been doing this for 6 whole weeks. We're almost in the home stretch, but first we're going to finish up our week talking about Yesod. Yesod, as we've discussed, can mean foundation or connection. I like to think of it in terms of our origin stories, those things that have happened to us that shape our present and our future. Yesterday, I asked you a very important question, and that is to think about your origin story. And if you haven't done that yet, I want to suggest maybe you pause this video and think about your origin story. Think about all the experiences that have made you who you are, because that exercise is going to be very important to what we're going to talk about next. So if you want to pause and think about your origin story, I'll wait. Little hold music there. All right, welcome back. I hope you've taken the time to think of your origin story because it's very important to today's exercise, and that is making your Yesod plan. Each week, we've wrapped up the week talking about a particular attribute by making a plan for progressing in that attribute somehow. This week is no different, only maybe the exercise is a little different. Before I've asked you to think about how you'd like to increase that attribute in the future, whether it's Hesed or Gevurah, that is kindness or judgment, today I want you to appreciate the Yesod you already have, your origin story, your foundation, and I want to ask you the question, what do you want to build on it next? Now that you've considered the story of your life, those critical and pivotal things that have happened to you to make you who you are, that have possibly given you superpowers, whether it's superpowers of caring for others or planning things or calling page numbers, whatever is your thing that's made you a hero, what is the next thing you're going to do to apply those gifts? Imagine you're Superman the first time he figured out that he could lift that truck off of Ma and Pa Kent. Imagine you're Spider-Man and you just figured out that, no, in fact, I do have to use my spidey senses to help people. What's the next action that you can take where your origin story is the natural preamble to it? Maybe you feel like you're in a role or in a job or following a path that's not completely consistent with who you are and where you've come from. Maybe think about one small way to change that or to get on the right path. Maybe it's taking a class. Maybe it's sending out a resume. I don't know. Or maybe you have the wisdom or the good luck to already be on the path that's consistent with your past. You're doing the work that you feel like you were called to do. How do you notch that up? How do you bring more of yourself into that work? How do you make that not just work, but a continuation of your personal story? That's the focus today. Recognize who you are, recognize the foundation that you have, where you come from, and figure out how to apply it to your future just a little bit more. Like we've done with all of these weekly plans, don't try to take on something huge. Start small so that you can have that success. And I can't tell you how grateful I am, how proud I am of you that we've been doing this together for 6 whole weeks now. But don't give up just yet. The rain has stopped, but the water is still receding. We have 7 more days to go. And do not forget to count day number 42 of the Omer after sundown tonight. I will see you next week when we talk about the attribute of Malchut, Gesundheit. And until then, friends, peace.